Hello to my fellow history lovers and people with curious minds who just like to learn. We are on day 5 of 6 of the Battle of Yorktown from the Professor Noggin series. And the question is, the Siege of Yorktown occurred in which southern colony? And the answer to that is Virginia. But I always like to dig a little deeper and learn a little more. And I want to show you a little bit about that surrender and an interesting power move that happened. So here are some pictures of the surrender. And this is from the book Revolutionary War by Bart McDowell. But here's the power move that goes on. So General Cornwallis does not show up to the surrender ceremony, which is a pretty big snub to General Washington. Instead, he sends his second in command. He claims he's ill and sends his second in command named O'Hara. So Washington isn't about to be undone. So when O'Hara presents his sword and attempts to give it to George Washington, Washington refuses to take the sword and says it must be given to Benjamin Lincoln because Lincoln himself had been forced to surrender on British terms about a year earlier. So there's a little bit of power dynamics going on there. In addition, the British have to march between two lines. There's the French on one side and the Americans on the other, and they're forced to march between these two probably elated armies on their way to defeat. And there was an interesting caption here that I'll just share with you that was written with this picture. And it says specifically that the British captain wrote that the scene made a deep impression because of the unfeigned sorrow of the British soldiers who shed tears, but the Americans behaved with great delicacy. I was overwhelmed with the civility of my late enemies. So anyway, that was day 5 of 6. Thanks for sharing your time with me. I appreciate it. I hope you're learning a lot. I am, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you.